Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1973 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that might just have a few hidden gems worth thousands of dollars. So, if you're curious about the history, value, and potential worth of the 1973 quarter, stick around. You won't want to miss this. Cut to host in a studio holding a 1973 Washington quarter. Old black and white footage of the U.S. Mint, 1973. The 1973 Washington quarter was part of the iconic series introduced in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. This coin was minted as part of a continued effort to keep the legacy of Washington alive in U.S. currency. But what makes the 1973 Washington quarter so special? Why is it in the spotlight today? Let's take a closer look at its history. Cut to close-up of the obverse side of the coin. On the obverse side, we see a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This classic design has remained largely unchanged for nearly 100 years, making it a symbol of American pride. But the true beauty of this coin doesn't just lie in its design. It's about what's hidden underneath the surface, the unique variations and imperfections that can make some 1973 quarters worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Display of different 1973 quarters with visible wear and tear, some in mint condition. So, what makes certain 1973 Washington quarters worth big money? Like any collectible, the value of a coin is influenced by its rarity, condition, and sometimes even its minting errors. Let's break this down. Zoom in on different versions of the 1973 quarter. First, let's talk about the minting process. In 1973, quarters were produced at three major U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The majority of these quarters were minted in regular circulation, but there were special proof coins made in San Francisco. These proof coins were struck multiple times for sharper details, making them more valuable to collectors. Show comparison of a regular 1973 quarter versus a proof coin. Now, let's consider condition. A well-preserved 1973 quarter in excellent condition can fetch a higher price. This is where things get interesting. A quarter that's been kept in mint state could be worth up to $5 or more, though that's not the insane value we're talking about. It's when you look for specific rare qualities that things get exciting. Coins with visible error marks, such as double strikes or off-center prints. Let's get to the good stuff. The coins that have blown collectors' minds and are worth thousands. Some of these coins have mistakes or minting errors that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Close-up of a coin with a double die error. One of the most famous error types is the double die error. If you look closely at certain 1973 Washington quarters, you might spot a doubling effect, where the design appears doubled in some parts, especially the letters or numbers. These coins are highly sought after by collectors, and one could fetch thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the error. Switch to a coin with an off-center strike. Another rare error to look out for is the off-center strike. If a coin wasn't properly aligned during the minting process, it can be struck off-center, creating a coin that looks different from your average quarter. These coins can easily go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. Showcase of a coin in pristine condition from a trusted auction. Now, if you're really lucky, you might come across a 1973 quarter in pristine condition. This could be a MS-67 or PR-69 grade coin, which indicates it's virtually flawless. These ultra-high-grade coins are highly prized by numismatists, and they've been known to sell for $5,000, $10,000, or even more, especially when the right buyer comes along. Graph showing the current market value of a 1973 Washington quarter, with examples of sales prices. Now that we know what makes the 1973 Washington quarter special, let's talk about the current market value. In general, Most 1973 quarters in circulation are still worth their face value, 25 cents. But depending on the mint mark and condition, the value can jump dramatically. Show auction sale of a high-grade 1973 quarter $4.95,000. Just recently, a 1973 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition, with an extreme rarity and error, fetched a jaw-dropping $95,000 at auction. That's right, $95,000. Coins like these are what collectors dream about. The market for rare coins, particularly those with minting errors, has been booming. So, if you've got a 1973 quarter in your collection, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Could it be your ticket to a small fortune? Host demonstrating how to examine a coin with a magnifying tool. Wondering if you've got a rare 1973 quarter in your collection? Here's what you need to look for. Close-up of a 1973 quarter under a magnifying glass. First, check the mint mark. The mint mark on a 1973 quarter will tell you where it was made: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. If you have a proof coin with a San Francisco mint mark, the S, you might already be holding something valuable. Next, check for any signs of wear. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. And lastly, look for those error features like double dies or off-center strikes. Flips through a few high-value examples from a coin collection. Now, don't rush to sell just yet. Always have your coin evaluated by a professional numismatist or get it appraised at a reputable coin shop. They can confirm whether it's a rare find or just a typical 1973 quarter. Episode will absolutely blow your mind. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter dollar, a coin you may have in your pocket right now that could be worth a small fortune. We're talking up to $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000. So, stick around as we explore the history, rarity, and value of this incredible coin. Let's start with a little history. The quarter dollar coin, a staple in American currency, was first issued in 1796. Over the centuries, it has undergone numerous design changes. By 1932, the famous George Washington design, created by John Flanagan, became the standard for the coin we know today. The 2014 D Mint Mark quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched in 2010 that honors national parks and other historic sites across the United States. In 2014, 5 different national parks were celebrated with the quarter design. These include Great Smoky Mountains, Shenandoah, Arches, and Everglades National Parks, as well as the Great Sand Dunes. Each of these quarters features unique designs, with the Mint Mark D indicating that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. So what makes the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter stand out from all the others? The answer lies in its rarity and certain unique features that are highly sought after by collectors. While the 2014 D quarter was minted in large quantities, some of these coins have distinct characteristics that make them stand out. We're specifically talking about certain error coins, those with misprints or flaws in the minting process that make them rare and valuable. Now let's get to the good stuff, the value. As of today, most regular 2014 D Mint Mark quarters are worth just 25 cents, like any standard quarter. However, certain error coins and variants can be worth significantly more, up to $65,000. There are a few key errors that have been found in the 2014 D quarters that can skyrocket their value. For example, some of these quarters feature double strikes, where the design is imprinted more than once, often in different positions. These errors can be extremely valuable, especially if the coin is in good condition. The value can range anywhere from a few $100s to thousands, depending on the rarity of the error and the coin's grade. One of the most famous errors discovered in the 2014 D quarters is a clash die error, where the dies used in the minting process make an impression on each other, leaving a visible mark on the coin. These errors are incredibly rare, and finding one can add thousands of dollars to the coin's worth. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 2014 D quarter in my collection? Well, there are a few things to look for. First, check for any visible errors like double strikes, die clashes, or any unusual wear on the coin. You'll want to look closely at the design, especially around the borders and details like the letters or the images of the national parks. Keep in mind, the higher the coin's grade or condition, the more valuable it will be. Now, if you think you have a rare error coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is a system used to determine the condition of the coin, from poor to mint state. Coins with higher grades, like mint state 68 or 69, are worth a lot more. Once your coin has been graded, you can have it certified by a professional coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Certification helps ensure the coin's authenticity and makes it more appealing to buyers in the market. Let's take a look at a few real-life examples of 2014 D Mint Mark quarters that have made waves in the coin world. In one case, a 2014 D Clash die quarter sold for over $15,000. Another 2014 D Double Strike error was auctioned for a whopping $65,000 due to its rarity and exceptional condition. These coins aren't just rare, they're highly desirable to collectors, which means their value continues to rise in the market. So you found a valuable 2014 D quarter. Now what? If you want to sell, there are a few routes you can take. The best way to maximize your profit is to work with reputable coin dealers, or you could try selling it at an auction, either online or in person. There are also online marketplaces and communities dedicated to coin collectors, where you can get fair prices. Just remember, there are a lot of counterfeit coins out there, so always ensure you're dealing with trusted professionals when buying or selling valuable coins. To recap, the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter is a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now, but it could also be a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars, up to $65,000 if you're lucky. Make sure to look out for those key errors, get your coin professionally graded, and always work with reputable dealers to get the best value. We're going to talk about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or coin jar, possibly worth up to $55,000. You heard that right. We're diving into the 2015 D Mint Mark $quarter coin, its value, history, and how it's making waves in the coin collecting world. Let's get started. Cut to historical footage of the U.S. Mint facilities and coin production. Images of past coins from the U.S. Mint appear on the screen. To understand the value of the 2015 D Mint Mark quarter, let's first take a quick look at its history. In 1792, the U.S. Mint was founded, and since then, millions of coins have been minted. Fast forward to 2015, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Each quarter from this series represents a U.S. national park or site. For the 2015 issue, we saw 5 distinct designs celebrating places like Homestead National Monument of America, the Kisatchie National Forest, and the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, the 2015 D Mint Mark quarter represents coins that were produced at the Denver Mint. As many collectors know, the mint mark is an essential feature of the coin, indicating where it was minted. The D Mint mark tells us that this coin came from the Denver Mint, one of the largest and most important mints in the country. Cut to a close-up of the 2015 D quarter, rotating slowly, showcasing its fine details. Now let's get to the juicy part, the value of the 2015 D Mint Mark quarter. Typically, a regular 2015 D quarter with no special attributes might only be worth around 25 cents. However, that's not the whole story. Some of these quarters are selling for much higher amounts, and here's why. Cut to clips of people searching through coin collections and sorting through loose change. First, let's talk about the rare 2015 D quarters that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. These coins can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on the grade of the coin. But that's just the start. If you happen to come across a 2015 D quarter that's been misprinted, or one with a unique error, such as a double die or an off-center strike, you could be looking at a much higher value. Cut to a rare 2015 D quarter with noticeable errors, double die, off-center strike, etc. Here's where things get really interesting. Some of these misprinted or error coins have been selling at auction for thousands of dollars. For example, a 2015 D quarter with a double die error could fetch up to $500, while one with an off-center strike could bring in anywhere from $100 to $300. But here's the kicker. A select few of these error coins have been valued at an incredible $55,000. Zoom in on a 2015 D quarter with an exaggerated error, such as doubling or off-center strike. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes these coins so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity. The US Mint is constantly improving its processes, so errors like these are incredibly rare. Collectors, especially those hunting for unique pieces for their collections, are willing to pay top dollar for these rarities. And when one of these error coins shows up at auction, the bidding can get intense, sometimes reaching astronomical figures like $55,000. Cut to a tutorial-style shot where you demonstrate how to identify errors on a 2015 D quarter using a magnifying glass. Now, you might be wondering how to spot these valuable error coins. Well, it's all about paying close attention to the details. Here are a few things to look for. This is when the coin's design is stamped twice, resulting in a blurry or doubled appearance, especially on the lettering dot if the design of the coin is shifted or off-center. This is a valuable error that can make the coin worth a lot more. Die cracks or breaks. Sometimes, the die used to stamp the coin can break or crack, leaving an impression on the coin itself, making it a rare and valuable find. This happens when the dies used to strike the coin make contact with each other, creating a blurry or overlapping design on the coin. These types of errors can be subtle, so make sure you're using a magnifying glass to get a closer look. If you find one of these, you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. Cut to footage of online coin marketplaces and auction sites. Now that you know how to identify these rare error coins, let's talk about where and how to sell them. The coin market is booming, and if you have a valuable 2015 D quarter, there are several ways to sell it. You can list it on websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or other online marketplaces where coin collectors actively search for these hidden gems. Make sure to research the current market value and auction history to get a good idea of what your coin could sell for. Display recent sale prices of rare 2015 D error quarters from reputable sources. As of now, some 2015 D error coins are still fetching big money, with prices ranging from $100 to $55,000, depending on the rarity and condition. If you have a particularly rare coin, you might want to have it professionally graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to increase its value. A certified coin can fetch even higher prices because collectors trust the authenticity and condition of the coin. To wrap it all up, the 2015 D Mint Mark quarter isn't just your average coin. It could be the key to unlocking big money, especially if it has an error or unique feature. So, the next time you're going through your loose change, keep an eye out for these rare finds. With a little knowledge and a keen eye, you could be holding on to a coin worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Who knew a simple quarter could hold so much value? Video, we'll dive into the fascinating history of the 2018 quarter series, the reasons these coins can fetch such high prices, and what makes certain ones so valuable in today's market. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the origins of the 2018 D-Mint Mark quarters. These coins are part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. This program was designed to celebrate the beauty and history of the United States through iconic landmarks on the reverse side of the quarters. In 2018, 5 designs were released, each featuring a different national site or landmark. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore, Voyagers National Park, Cumberland Island National Seashore, Block Island National Wildlife Refuge. Now, the D-Mint mark on these coins tells us they were struck at the Denver Mint. Over 600 million 2018 D quarters were produced, so at first glance, they might not seem rare. But appearances can be deceiving. So, what makes a 2018 D-Mint Mark quarter stand out from the rest? It all comes down to a combination of factors: errors, rarity, and grade. First, let's talk about error coins. These are coins that were struck with mistakes during the minting process, like misaligned dies, doubled dies, or off-center strikes. Some of these errors can transform an ordinary 25-cent coin into a collector's dream. For example, if you find a 2018 D quarter with a doubled die obverse (DDO), where certain design elements appear doubled, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Similarly, coins with dramatic die cracks, cuts, or even missing clad layers can fetch premium prices. Next is the coin's grade. Coins in perfect or near-perfect condition, graded as MS67, MS68, or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are extremely valuable. For a 2018 D quarter to reach that coveted $45,000 mark, it would need to be a flawless specimen, likely graded MS70, the highest possible grade. Real-life examples of high-value 2018 D quarters. Let's look at some real-world examples. At auctions, high-grade 2018 D quarters have sold for impressive amounts. For instance, a 2018 D Pictured Rocks quarter in MS68 sold for over $2,000. Another high-grade coin with a unique error fetched upwards of $10,000. Now, about that $45,000 figure, there's a catch. While number 2018 D quarter has officially sold for this amount, yet experts speculate that a pristine MS70 grade coin with a dramatic error could someday reach this astronomical value. The coin market is always full of surprises, so keep an eye out. Now it's your turn to investigate your quarters. Here's how to check if you have a valuable one. Examine the mint mark. Look for the D on the obverse side of the coin, near Washington's ponytail. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, die cracks, or other abnormalities. Assess the condition. The fewer scratches, dings, or wear marks, the better. Coins fresh out of rolls or mint sets often have the highest grades. Weigh your coin. A quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. Any significant difference could indicate a minting error. Get it graded. If you think you've struck gold, send your coin to a professional grading service for evaluation. The current market value of 2018 D quarters. So, what's the current market value of a 2018 D quarter? In circulated condition, these coins are generally only worth their face value, 25 cents. However, higher grades can bring in significant premiums. Error coins, as we mentioned earlier, can skyrocket in value depending on the rarity and type of error. And don't forget, the coin market can fluctuate, so these values might rise over time. In conclusion, While the idea of a $45,000 quarter might sound far-fetched, it's not impossible. The key is finding the right combination of error, rarity, and condition. So check your change, raid those coin jars, and who knows, you might just hit the jackpot. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncovering the surprising story behind the 2011 D-Mint Mark $quarter coins. Are these coins worth a staggering $35,000? What makes them special, and how can you spot one in your collection? Let's find out. 2011 D-Mint Mark Quarter, History, Value, and the $35,000 coin mystery. Let's start with a bit of background. The 2011 D-Mint Mark Quarters are part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. These quarters featured national parks and historic sites from across the United States. In 2011, the series showcased 5 designs: Gettysburg National Military Park, Glacier National Park, Olympic National Park, Vicksburg National Military Park, Chickasaw National Recreation Area. The D-Mint mark signifies that these coins were minted in Denver, Colorado. Each design is unique, with intricate details that make these coins highly collectible. Now, you might be wondering, why is there talk of a $35,000 2011 D-Mint Mark quarter? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Error coins are some of the most sought after in the coin collecting world. For the 2011 D quarters, collectors are on the lookout for errors like die cracks, visible cracks in the coin due to damage on the minting dies, coins that are struck outside their intended position, creating a misaligned design, double die errors, areas where the design appears doubled, especially on text or imagery. Some error coins from 2011 have fetched thousands of dollars at auction. Depending on the rarity and visibility of the error, coins graded MS67 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC can be incredibly valuable. Out of millions minted, only a small fraction are in pristine, uncirculated condition with no scratches or blemishes. These high-grade coins can command prices in the thousands, with some selling for upwards of $35,000 at auctions.so. How can you tell if your 2011 D-Mint Mark quarter is worth big money? Here are some steps to follow. Look for the D on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's portrait. Use a magnifying glass to carefully examine the coin for any signs of die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes. Coins with no wear, scratches, or discoloration are more valuable. If your coin looks flawless, consider sending it to a professional grading service for certification. Look up recent sales of 2011 D quarters on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay to get an idea of current market trends. Let's talk numbers. The typical value of a 2011 D-Mint Mark quarter in circulated condition is 25 to 50 cents, basically its face value. However, in uncirculated condition, values jump to $5 to $20 for average specimens. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS67 or MS68, can sell for $200 to $500. Coins with significant errors or in exceptionally rare conditions are the ones that break into the $10,000 to $35,000 range. Now, let's address the big question: is there really a 2011 D quarter worth $35,000? The answer is yes, but these are exceptionally rare coins. For example, a 2011 D quarter graded MS68 with an extraordinary error sold for over $30,000 at auction. Some error coins with unique doubling or extreme off-center strikes have reached similar prices. However, these sales are the exception, not the rule. Most 2011 D quarters won't fetch such high amounts, but finding one could still mean a significant payday. If you're interested in collecting or selling 2011 D quarters, here are some tips. collect circulated quarters to familiarize yourself with the designs and mint marks. A magnifying glass, coin scale, and reference book can help you spot valuable coins. Online forums and local coin clubs are great places to learn from experienced collectors. If you think you have a rare or valuable coin, consult a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC.so. There you have it, the story of the 2011 D Mint Mark $quarter coins. While not every coin is worth $35,000, there's always a chance you might find a hidden gem in your change. Check your pockets, inspect your coin jars, and who knows? You might just strike it rich. We're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coin collecting. Specifically, we're talking about the 2012 P Mint Mark $quarter coins. Why are these coins making headlines? Are they really worth thousands of dollars, including that eye-popping $30,000 figure? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down: the history, the rarity, and their current market value. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the history of these coins. The 2012 P Mint Mark quarters are part of the U.S. Mints America, the Beautiful Quarter series. This series started in 2010 and runs through 2021, featuring national parks and landmarks on the reverse side of the coin. In 2012, the series included 5 designs: El Yunque National Forest, Chaco Culture National Historical Park, Acadia National Park, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Denali National Park, and Preserve. These coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is signified by the P Mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, near George Washington's portrait. In terms of design and production, these quarters were struck for circulation as well as in collector-grade finishes. So why are we even talking about 2012 P quarters? For most people, these coins are worth face value, just 25 cents. But for collectors and enthusiasts, some 2012 P quarters have skyrocketed in value due to their rarity, condition, and errors. Here are the key factors that drive up their worth. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS65 or higher, can fetch significant money. A 2012 P quarter in MS68, for example, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the demand for that specific design. Mint errors are the holy grail of coin collecting. Some 2012 P quarters have errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. These errors make the coins rare and highly sought after. Even though millions of these coins were minted, very few have been preserved in flawless condition. Coins graded MS69 are extremely rare and can sell for jaw-dropping prices at auction. Alright, now let's talk about the big question: is there really a 2012 P quarter worth $30,000? The short answer is yes, but under very specific circumstances. In 2019, a rare 2012 P Hawaii Volcanoes National Park quarter sold for a whopping $30,000 at auction. Why? Because it was graded MS69 by PCGS, one of the highest grades a coin can achieve. This level of perfection, combined with the popularity of the America the Beautiful series, drove collectors into a bidding war. However, coins like this are exceptionally rare. If you find a 2012 P quarter in your pocket change, the odds of it being worth $30,000 are slim. But hey, it's still worth checking. Who knows what treasure you might uncover? So, what's the current market value of 2012 P quarters? Here's a breakdown based on the latest auction results and market trends. Circulated coins. These are worth face value, 25 cents, unless they have errors. Uncirculated coins, MS63 to MS65, typically sell for $1 to $10. High-grade coins, MS67 to MS68, can fetch anywhere from $100 to $1,000. Rare error coins or perfect grades, MS69, these are the ones that can go for thousands. sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. Remember, the value of a coin depends heavily on its condition and whether it has been graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. Here's how you can check your 2012 P quarters to see if you have a valuable one. Look for the P on the obverse side of the coin. Identify which 2012 park is featured. Examine the coin closely for any unusual features like doubling, misalignment, or cracks. The fewer scratches and blemishes, the better. Get it graded. If you think you've got a rare or high-grade coin, send it to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. And that's everything you need to know about the 2012 P Mint Mark $quarter coins. While most of these coins aren't worth more than face value, there are rare exceptions that could be worth big money, maybe even $30,000. So, go check your coin jars and pocket change, and let me know in the comments if you found anything interesting. We're diving into the fascinating history, how to spot these valuable coins, and their current market value. So, stick around because you don't want to miss out on this jackpot. Show images of the 2021 quarters, focusing on the obverse and reverse designs. First, let's talk history. The 2021 quarter is part of the U.S. Mints America, the Beautiful Quarters program, which ended in 2021. This program began in 2010 and celebrated iconic national parks and historic sites. The final quarter in this series was the Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site Quarter, minted in honor of the brave African-American fighter pilots of World War II. On the obverse, you'll still find the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932, but the reverse features a design commemorating the Tuskegee Airmen with the phrase, "They fought 2 wars." It's a powerful piece of history. Zoom in on a 2021 D Mint Mark quarter and highlight the D under "In God We Trust." Now, what makes the 2021 D Mint Mark quarter special? The D stands for the Denver Mint, where these coins were struck. While most 2021 D quarters are worth face value, just 25 cents, a few rare ones can fetch astronomical prices. Why? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Collectors pay a premium for coins with mint errors or those graded in perfect condition, like a mint state 68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Even small minting mistakes can make these coins worth big bucks. Overlay images of graded coins in holders with labels like MS68 and Mint Error. Show examples of error coins, such as double dies or off-center strikes. Keep an eye out for these errors on your 2021 D quarters. Look for doubling on the text or design details. Even slight doubling can significantly increase value. These coins appear misaligned, with part of the design missing from one side. Collectors love these unique pieces. Raised lines or blobs caused by damaged dies are another hot find. If a coin was struck while a foreign object was on the die, it leaves an impression, making the coin a collector's dream. Cut to a magnifying glass inspecting a quarter's details. Flash a big $22,000 text on the screen with a sparkling coin animation. Here's the kicker. A 2021 D Tuskegee Airmen quarter sold at auction for a whopping $22,000. Face screaming in fear, this record-breaking coin was graded MS68 Plus by PCGS, meaning it's in nearly perfect condition. What makes it so rare? Coins of this grade are extremely hard to find, especially with no visible scratches, toning, or blemishes. Show a visual comparison between an uncirculated and circulated coin. If you have a shiny, uncirculated 2021 D quarter, especially with no flaws, it's worth getting it graded. Who knows? It might be the next $22,000 coin. Show live footage of eBay listings, auction sites, and grading reports. So, what's the current market value for these quarters? Most circulated 2021 D quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. but uncirculated coins in mint state 65 or higher can sell for $5 to $20 each. Error coins? They're in a whole different league. Depending on the error type and condition, you could be looking at $50, $100, or even more. And remember, top-rated examples like the MS-68 Plus quarter that sold for $22,000 are incredibly rare, but they prove these coins are worth checking. Show people searching through coin rolls and jars of change. Ready to strike gold? Here's how to find and sell valuable quarters. Check your quarters from 2021 for that D-mint mark. Get them from banks to increase your odds of finding uncirculated coins. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to spot errors and grade-worthy pieces. Submit your best finds to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. List your coins on auction sites like eBay or consider professional coin auctions for rare pieces. Display links to grading services and auction platforms. Host holding a 2021 D quarter and smiling.so. There you have it, the fascinating history and hidden treasure behind the 2021 D Mint Mark quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins prove that big money can be found in the smallest places. We're uncovering the secrets behind the 2022 D Mint Mark $quarter coins. Why are collectors buzzing about them? Could one of these coins in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2022 D Mint Mark quarter was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the U.S. Mint's primary locations. The coin features the first release of the American Women Quarters program. This program celebrates influential women in U.S. history, and the 2022 quarters highlight figures like Maya Angelou and Dr. Sally Ride. On the reverse side of each quarter, you'll find unique designs honoring these women, a major departure from the standard design we've seen for years. But why are these coins so special? It's not just about their designs. The D Mint mark indicates that these coins were minted in Denver, and as with any collectible coin, their rarity, condition, and unique errors can drive up their value dramatically. Now here's where it gets interesting. While the standard 2022 D quarters are worth face value in circulation, some versions have been selling for big money, even as high as $16,000 in specific cases. What makes these coins so valuable? Let's break it down. Point 1 of the biggest drivers of a coin's value is rarity. Error coins from the 2022 Denver Mint have been making waves among collectors. Errors can include things like misaligned dies, doubling of the design, known as double die errors, or minting defects like missing details. These errors are highly sought after because they're essentially one dash of dash a dash kind. In fact, one particular 2022 D quarter with a major die clash error recently sold for several $1,000s at auction. If you're not familiar, a die clash happens when the front and back dies strike each other without a coin blank in between, leaving impressions of one side on the other. Another factor is the condition of the coin. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC on the mint state scale, MS-60 to MS-70, can command higher prices. A flawless MS-70 2022 D quarter is rare and highly desirable, especially if it has special features like tone coloring or sharp, detailed strikes. If your 2022 D quarter is uncirculated and has been kept in pristine condition, it could fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the demand. Combine that with a rare error, and you could be sitting on a gold mine. Now let's talk about the big one. Why are some 2022 D quarters being reported as selling for up to $16,000? This isn't just a rumor. At recent auctions, specific 2022 quarters with unique minting errors and perfect grades have captured massive bids from collectors. These coins are essentially historical artifacts, combining rarity, quality, and the story of the American Women Quarters program. Keep in mind, though, that these cases are rare. You're not likely to stumble across a $16,000 coin every day, but it never hurts to check. So, how do you know if you've got a valuable 2022 D quarter? Here are 3 simple steps. Look closely for any unusual details or defects. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot errors. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can give your coin an official grade and identify any unique features. Keep your coins in protective cases to prevent scratches and damage. Even a minor scuff can lower a coin's value significantly. So there you have it. The 2022 D Mint Mark quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins offer an exciting opportunity to own a piece of history and maybe even strike it rich. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. And if you've found any interesting 2022 quarters in your change, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories.